Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, and in this video we're going to walk before we run with our MDM service and PolicyPak. So you do need to be a little bit prepared for this. In this example, I've got my machine and it is enrolled into an MDM like Intune. It could be something else like Citrix SEM or VMware Workspace ONE. That's all fine. In this case, I'm enrolled into Intune land. So that's the first piece you need to have done. Second thing is you need to be prepared with three other things. You'll need to have the client-side extension handy and ready to go. You're going to get this when you download that from the portal. Okay, it'll be in the bit section. You're going to need the license file that we send you. Okay, it should come as an MSI. If it doesn't, there is another video that shows you how to wrap up the XML into an MSI if you need to, but we should ship it to you as an MSI. And then lastly, this thing called the examples. The examples start off as a zip, but you don't need the zip. You just need the MSI inside the zip, okay? Well, where do you get these examples, I hear you cry? Well, that is going to also be in the portal, in the examples, or in the manual section. It'll be in one or both of those places. So let's recap. You've got four things. You are connected to you're enrolled to your MDM service. You've got the PolicyPak client-side extension. You've got the license file, and you've got some examples to see it go. When we walk before we run by hand installing each of these things, we'll know that all the things are going to line up and work when you do it for realsies with your MDM service. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm installing the client-side extension. Let's go ahead and see that go. And what I'm also going to do is show you in Control Panel what it looks like when you do these things, because it's going to look exactly the same when you do deploy it using your Intune or Citrix SEM or whatever you're going to do for your MDM service. So I go to Control Panel here. Let me just show you what it looks like. What do we have? And the first thing that we have is the PolicyPak client-side extension. That's great. All right. Second thing is the license file. Let's go to the license file here. And we'll go ahead, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Nothing, no activity whatsoever happens, okay? And then lastly is the, let's go back to Control Panel. Let's hit F5. Let's see what we see. And there we go. There's the license file. Like I said, there's a license file. And the last thing is the examples. Let's go ahead and double-click the examples here. And if all works perfectly, in around 10 seconds, you're going to see a couple of changes. There we go. There's the group policy preferences icon here for a shortcut for PolicyPak. And the other thing that we've pre-staged is if you were to go to the lock screen settings and go to the go to the screensaver settings here, we've set on the ribbons screensaver to 17 minutes. So these two things you would not normally naturally see on your machine. But hey, look, we know that all the stars are aligned. We know that the license file is working because these example settings are working right now. Okay, so that's basically all there is to it. If I were to open a command prompt and type pp update here, there's this command will also tell you what you're licensed for and how. So you can see that your universal license is for the MDM method. You can see when it expires. We tell you what your scope is, and we tell you which components you're licensed for. So this is a final backstop and check. For instance, if you were licensed for Least Privilege Manager Complete, but we only sent you a license for Least Privilege Manager Standard, well, there you go. You might also see some other items here where it says, hey, you might want to check out these components you don't have access to. And if you're entitled them with your license, you're welcome to ask for them, and we'll cheerfully give them to you. If you have licensing problems at this point, the best thing to do is to email support@policypak.com and tell us where in the process it didn't work. So, but basically, this is the walk before you run video, and now you can go on to the other videos that show you how to use your MDM service like Intune, like VMware Workspace ONE, like Citrix SEM, and then deploy the three things that we just did. So let's go one more time, final checkout into Control Panel. By the time it's over, you're going to be delivering the client-side extension using your MDM service. You're going to be delivering the license file using your MDM service. And finally, the PolicyPak and group policy settings wrapped up into an MSI file using your MDM service. Hope this video helps you out, and please, thank you for walking before you run, before you try to do this for realsies with your MDM service. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.